on this episode of Prep with Miss Pam, we're going to talk about how important it is to teach left to right progression in teaching children with dyslexia and other learning challenges to read. So I mentioned before that I used a program called Orton-Gillingham for many years in my special education classrooms. And with that program, I understand the reason why we teach students to tap out their words with their fingers and to make sure they internalize that left to right progression with reading. So I'm going to explain why. I remember early in my teacher career, I was assessing a student and I had them read the word pals. And the way the student read pals was slap. And you can imagine what my face looked like when they read pals as slap. And I said, say that word again. And they went slap. And I was like, oh my goodness, have I failed as a teacher that my student isn't even using a beginning sound? Why am I not hearing the P sound? If you can't get the rest of the word right, at least make the P sound. I know you know that. But as I come to realize, that child was reading the word in reverse. And as I continued to teach, I recognized that that child, like other children, reversed not only letters, but whole words. So certain children with dyslexia may see the word pals as slap, pans as snap, and saw as was. So if you've ever heard a child read a word in reversal, it is so important to teach them how to sound out words and have them internalize left to right because they are reading backwards. So the Orton-Gillingham program has the children use their fingers, and if they are left-handed, when they tap out a word to spell, they start with their pinky. So for example, with the word dog, they would tap out D-A-G. Dog, because that is sending the signal to their brain that reading words move from left to right. Okay, and that can help clear up some of that backwards reading. And so if a child is right-handed, when you're teaching them to sound out words as they learn to spell, they start with their thumb because that's that left to right movement. And watch me do dog as a right-handed child. And then pound dog. So those are things that when we don't understand why the reading program is utilizing it, it's because it's teaching children who reverse letters and words that words and books and stories are read and written from left to right. So always teach the left-handed child to tap from left to right, starting with the pinky. The right-handed child to start sounding out words with their thumb. Parents, please do that at home when you're working with your beginning readers and they have those three-letter words that they are learning to read and spell. Have them tap out the sounds in the word from left to right, and I guarantee you that will increase their progress in reading because you all know that I'm out to build a nation of readers. Thank you for joining me and have a great day.